Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm Dakota, here with my co-host Jordan, and today we found out the Haslab. But before we get into that, I just wanted to read a quick quote from one of the group members. I thought Jordan would enjoy this. So this is from Elijah Ellis. I don't know Elijah, so there you go, Elijah. You got a shout out in the podcast. But he says, "It's that special time of year again where all the pores come out of the hardwood to tell us how the newest Haslab isn't worth the price." So Jordan, tell us your thoughts on this Haslab.
I'm one of the pores, I guess.
All right. So before we talk about our thoughts, let's actually say what the Haslab is. Do you want to give us the
Yes, I'd
overview,
love
Jordan?
to.
All right, go for it.
So we had speculated on this in a prior episode to some extent, basically assuming it would be Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, which it is.
Mm-hmm.
We found out more specifically Dakota was wrong about flame effects being tiers because it does come the base level. You get Robbie in Ghost Rider form with the Hell Charger, along with some fire effects, fire wheels. It lights up, so we found that out. And then we also found out that if it's backed in the first week, right, you get the Robbie Reyes human form.
Right.
So that needs 9,000 backers. I think right now, last we checked, we're about a third of the way.
Yeah, just under a third.
Somewhere.
As of right now, it's 2,820 backers, and they need 9,000. Yeah.
That's
so
pretty good.
just to kind of reiterate all of the things, I got it pulled up here. I'll put this picture on the over the YouTube video, but those of our audio listeners, you get the Hell Charger. You get, like Jordan said, Robbie Reyes. He comes with two different flame effects for his hair. So he's got his tall, when he's out of the car, it's just flaming straight up. Then he's got his like wind swept, like the flames going backwards. So that way he fits inside the Hell Charger. He can sit in there more comfortably. And that's just the flame effect. It's not a separate head. And then you also get his like tool weapon type thing. So he's got like a ball peen hammer, a tire iron, and a crowbar. And then he's also got a crowbar attached to a ball peen hammer with a real chain. It's like actual chain, not just plastic. Then you've got, so on the Hell Charger, there's the engine coming up from the hood of the car. That has two options. You can have just the regular engine, or you can have the flame effect engine. The tires are kind of that orange, similar to the Ghost Rider motorcycle that came out with the Ghost Rider. I think that was in like 17, maybe it was probably newer than that. Anyway, same sort of like orange flamey tires. Then you've got the flame effects that port onto those tires. You've got the flame effects that come out of the exhaust. And then you've got the real tires, so they're calling it like the street legal look with actual tires that... Bless you, Jordan. And
Sorry.
Then you've got the tires that roll. The front tires will like shift like left and right, so you make it look like you're driving in a certain direction. And then it's also got the, I can't remember what they were calling it, but it's like the burnout effects that you can put either in the front or the back tires to kind of make it look like he's either burning out or driving really fast. And yeah, that's everything that comes with the base level. Like Jordan said, if we get all the backers in a week, then you get that early unlock with just the regular Robbie Reyes. He comes with like different pants, and then obviously the powered down head, and I believe there was something else different about him, maybe boots, or I'm trying to look now. He's got like a hood. I don't think the regular Ghost Rider has that, like it looks like a hoodie that's underneath his leather jacket. But yeah, that's everything you're getting in the base level package. And then the bad news with that is that the base level package, to order this, is going to cost you $350. Now, Jordan, tell us your thoughts, but let's keep this in a positive note here, because I know you're a grumpy goose about it.
And I know Hasbro will be on here eventually, so.
Exactly.
I think for me, the big thing is the price point.
Yep.
Because even $350 after shipping, I saw people posting it's like $395. Right. So you're almost at $400.
Although Jordan, you get free shipping because you're a Hasbro Premium
That's
member.
True. That's true. But I'm thinking about my fellow poor man coming out of the woods who can't afford that. So, because $350, that was the Sentinel, right?
I believe so. 300 or 350. I'll pull them up.
Either way, the value of that for me compared to the Hell Charger is like vastly different. Like if I had to say, do you want to spend this much, $350 on a Sentinel or $350 on a Hell Charger? I'm totally gonna pick a Sentinel. Like it, to me, feels like sort of a step down for what the price is.
But
which maybe.
With the Sentinel, you got the tiers. I was gonna say with the Hell Charger, they've already said that every tier is going to be a figure. With the Sentinel, you had an alternate head, the two, like the female figure and the male Sentinel little figure, and then you got an alternate head. So you got 3 alternate heads and 2 figures that, in my opinion, are kind of like, eh.
But, like, the base level, for me, had a $350 value. Like, It was like, this is what it is, and you don't have to hit the stretch, because what if you don't hit the stretch goals? And then you're like, oh, man.
Yes.
So, I personally think it might have been smarter to maybe lead in with, like, a little more on the first tier.
Yeah. I mean, we do know that, like, well, we don't know, but in the promotional video they showed, Mephisto is going to be an unlockable tier. We don't know. I don't think that's the next one. And we saw the next one,
presumably Mephisto from behind, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who else that would be. I think that's 99% sure that's going to be Mephisto. They haven't said, so we don't know 100%, but the next figure it looked like was going to be more of a Ghost Rider type figure.
It looked like the same outline as Robbie.
It did, but that's why I think it's that female Ghost Rider.
Is that what she looks like?
I thought so. Kind of not the like Native American female Ghost Rider, but the like female that's kind of like rides the crotch rocket type motorcycle. I don't know any of the new Ghost Riders. I really only know Johnny Blaze, but that's what I would guess, because I can't remember who it was. Maybe Shardimus Prime was like thinking it was a phasing head. Or maybe that was just somebody in the groups. And I don't think that's the case. Especially, I don't know if you listened to the whole thing or if you like kind of tuned out after they announced everything, but it's going to be 6-inch scale figures coming out. So an unlocked head wouldn't make any sense. Or at least, I don't know. I mean, I guess I hope it's not like a
phasing figure.
Oh, jeez. I hope not. That would screw them, I think. If they were like, all right, first unlocked tier, it's phasing Robbie Reyes. You get regular Robbie, you get
3
phasing,
Robbies,
and you get total Ghost Rider. I'd be like, oh, no way.
I don't know, man. I could see it.
That would be bad. I hope not. I hope it's the female figure because, like I said, that's kind of a more rare, like, even I don't know everything about it. Not that I'm, like, the biggest comic book reader.
You know everything about Ghost Rider.
But I don't know. I mean, I hope. But then I guess that leads us to like the other, like maybe that, probably Mephisto, and then there's somebody else. So, but I do agree that like if we unlock everything, I think you can make the argument that that's worth $350 because I agree. A lot of people are saying, and even you, Jordan, think that this should be worth $250. I don't know. That seems a little low to me, just because with other Haslabs, like the Hiss tank was about this price, and that one had, I thought, kind of crappier unlock goals, where this one's going to be figures that we probably won't be getting anywhere else, and a regular Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure wave is going to come out with, like probably, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 or 8 figures. $25 each.
$25, yeah.
One of those is going to be Iron Man, Wolverine, somebody that you don't really need. Yeah. You're going to get some other, like, 2 peg warmers in there.
Maybe.
And then some other ones that you
characters that you're like, I want those.
And that's probably going to be, like, completing your, like, oddball team. these are probably going to be a little bit more cool figures. The more rare ones that like people want, but like Mephisto's kind of a hard one to make because like Hasbro's not going to put the devil on Target shelves. So I mean, I do agree, $350, especially at like from what we see here, not worth it. These figures should blow our socks off to make it worth the price.
Well, I might just be kind of feeling the fatigue of what, I don't know, as far as, because I got the Venom Null 2-pack. That can be a separate episode if we want. But I wasn't that impressed with it for being $75.
Yeah, so I got Firelord. Wasn't impressed with it. It seems like, and from the sounds of like what you weren't impressed with, it sounds like they're using kind of that like cheaper material plastic, and it's like, just softer.
I was
more
hoping.
Like,
Null was not. I mean, he's taller. He's a bigger figure. But to use an old adage, he wasn't very substantial to me.
Oh, I love substantial.
Like he did that. I think I told you this. He has that like his hands kind of too big for the sword, so it kind of jiggles around. And it's like for $75, that I don't know. That to me is a pretty big miss. So
right. And
I might just be salty about that.
Yeah, that sounds like the same issue I have with my Firelord, where since he's that softer plastic, when you put the staff in his hands, like you're gonna have to have him holding it with two hands, because otherwise, when I have him like holding it kind of like one back and he's in like more of an action pose, you can't hold the staff because it's either gonna slide down or it's just gonna fall out of his hands completely. So, yeesh, I don't know, man.
So that might be swirling around in my head. And like, if I would have bought that and been blown away by it, I could see myself being like, okay, I'm a little more into this Haslab, possibly. So that might be at work here. I do agree with you. Objectively, if you step back for $350, assuming you get all the stretch goals, it would definitely be worth that.
Yes,
but I don't know.
As a base, yeah, and that's the thing too, is like, with a Sentinel, it's like, I really don't need any of those, like, tiers. Like, I'd be happy with just a giant Sentinel. Like, I mean, we don't have that. I haven't seen it in person. But that's a cool figure, and it makes sense that, like, people would really want that. Like, everybody loves X-Men. Or, most collectors love X-Men. And the Sentinel's an army builder, so it makes sense that would sell and reach all the tiers. Robbie Reyes is a little bit more obscure. You're not gonna, like, I can't really tell you his backstory, and I would doubt that the casual fan could either. It's a cool looking figure for sure, and like the light up effects are awesome. Even Savannah thought that it looked cool, and she doesn't like most of my figures. She thought the effects were the best effects she's seen. She's like, most of your other effects look doo-doo garbage. These effects with the light up, it like comes to life.
Yeah, Sam
but
said...
But she also said $250. That's what she thought it should cost.
Yeah. Sam agreed it was overpriced. But she said it was like the... she's like, oh, it's so cute. It's the first Marvel Legend Barbie car.
Yeah, I mean, kinda.
I mean, the seats slide.
Yep.
There's, like, I guess, I think I texted this to you, but, like, the detail on the radio, it's great. But it's like, I'm not going to be looking at the radio, like...
Right.
So, like, do we... Like, the things that they say are like, oh, this is so impressive, guys, it lights up. Like, for me, it's like, I don't need a light up car.
Oh, I think it needs to light up.
Yeah,
that was Savannah's biggest. She was like, oh, it lights up. This is cool. And if the chicks like the light up, this may be one that you could bring the chicks home and say, hey, I collect toys, but watch this. Boom, Ghost Rider lights up.
Turned the lights off and he got mood lighted, just a little Ghost Rider mobile. And since the limit's 5, you could just put them all over your house. I thought that was a funny limit. Wasn't that funny?
I just don't understand.
Like, is there anyone out there who's going to get...
But, like, why would you limit it? What if I wanted to stock my toy store with 100 Hell Chargers, let me. But, I mean, I guess you can just make a separate order and then you can, you could get your 100. It's just going to have to be in... You're going to have to do it 5 at a time. So
yeah, that is a good point, because it's not like there's a limited stock they make based on what is ordered.
Exactly. So so I think I texted you this and asked you, but like, would this price point have worked if they had added in? And let's just start out with like if they had just redecoed the Ghost Rider, the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider bike and figure, same bike, same accessories, redecoed, new paint. Would that have made it worth it?
Could they have done like the retro, like remember the old Toy Biz variant, like the baby blue suit?
Oh yeah, okay,
Like a 70s style?
yeah.
Oh, see there, right there. That probably wouldn't have been that hard.
No.
I mean, they have all the sculpts.
Mm-hmm.
But then that would have put in people's minds, oh, all the stretch goals are going to be riders, or
True.
and then they have to maybe deal with the disappointment of, I don't know, not doing that. But I could see that having made a difference.
Would that have been? You would have been satisfied with that price point with a bike and a Hell Charger, even though it's a retooled bike or like a repainted bike.
I think so, because the only way you're getting that bike right now is paying $100 for it.
Right.
So,
I think if they would have added in a Danny Ketch bike and that figure, then people would have they'd be like, yes, this is it. I'm ordering it now, and we would have already hit the 9,000. But since it's just a Hell Charger, it makes it harder. And I think, I mean, we're already a third of the way there almost. And I think, I don't know, I think it'll be challenging to see that in the next week if we get that Robbie Reyes unlocked.
I don't think it's going to hit it by Friday, but it'll get there, I think.
Yeah, I think it'll fully fund, and it'll just be a matter of how many tiers get unlocked. But also, I don't know, maybe once they actually say, like, and I think the tiers are going to matter too, because I've seen people in the groups kind of say, like, this sucks that, like, Hasbro won't just say, like, this many backers get you this many gets you that. They're, like, gauging. It's like, because if we get to Friday and we already have 9,000, they're going to be like, all right, now you got to get to a bigger number. Whereas if we didn't make it to 9,000, maybe they would say it's like, okay, only 12,000 gets you the first unlock.
And I guess what people could be doing, right? So, because you're not charged unless it gets funded.
No. Right.
So you could put money down and see
money down.
Money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You could
pledge.
Order. You could pledge to Hasbro. You could order one, and then if the tiers are terrible, just be like, I don't want it.
Right. Which, like, I'm kind of tempted to do that just because I want to see these tiers. I don't think I really want. Like, I think
it's more just for amusement.
Yeah, and I think at best Hasbro could get me to order one, and I'll sell Robbie Reyes and all the Hell Charger stuff if the tiers are cool enough. But, like, even if it's a female Ghost Rider, I'll sell that one too. But then at that point, like, I don't even care that much about Mephisto, so, like, sell him, and then what's the last one? I don't think this is one that I'm going to be pre-ordering. Jordan, I think I know where you're leaning.
It's a hard no from me.
Yeah. I think the other thing, too, is, like, I think if I hadn't gotten into Mythic Legions, I would be leaning more towards ordering it. But I just pre-ordered All-Stars 5+, you get 9 figures, a horse, and 6 extra heads for, it's about the same price. It's less than that, because what was the all-in for that? I can't remember. I want to say it was like, I want to say it was around 400 and something with shipping and tax. So, like with
a little bit more than
with the new pre-orders coming out, you're going to potentially give up a wave of over 9 figures from Mythic Legions, or you get a Hell Charger and some Ghost Rider themed things, which I don't know. It depends on how much you love Ghost Rider, I guess, but I'd rather save my money for Mythic Legions.
If you have the option between, going, it's just like, well, Hasbro's not the only toy maker, so, let's see what else is out there. And like you said, the Mythic Legion, like, to me, that sounds like a better value.
Yeah. And, like, even for somebody that wants to, like, I still think with the Hell Charger, you could order your 3, sell the 2, probably pay for your 1.
Yeah,
but with Mythic Legions, it's like, it's like the Haslab Sentinel is, I mean, you bought it if you pre-ordered it for $350, but then you pay shipping and tax on top of that. You get it in hand. If you sold it right away, maybe you got $1,000, maybe a little bit more. At least a $900 was a pretty good price initially in those first couple months. But now that it's been out for a while, it's not that uncommon to see a Haslab Sentinel for $500, and especially for a local meetup. You're not really holding. I mean, like over time, I think we'll see it go back up, but
you might need to hold it for a little while.
Right. I don't know if I see it going that crazy with the Robbie Reyes. Like maybe I think if Mephisto's one of those tiers, he might actually be as expensive as the Hell Charger and Robbie Reyes.
He'll go crazy. I mean, right now you can get. I mean, that Select is going for, if you have it with the throne, right, 200 plus.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a $30 toy. So
yeah, I mean, even if you got that like only Mephisto and his joints were loose, it's still going to cost you almost $100.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Mephisto is going to be really the
he's basically here. The Haslab, that was an idea you had. Haslab Mephisto.
I mean, I think this one, he'll be like on the same size as Null, like kind of a taller deluxe figure. I hope. I mean, I don't know. That would be kind of also disappointing if he's like eye to eye with Robbie Reyes. I think anyway. That's just like how many times can Hasbro shoot themselves in the foot? Each tier is just
worse.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a pass for me. Almost any way I look at it. But yeah, I'm curious what the tiers are. So that will be kind of fun to see. But I also want Hasbro to learn a lesson and up their game. So
right.
We'll see.
I would say Star Wars has got to be learning their lesson because that's just failed Haslab after failed Haslab. G.I. Joe's is crushing it, and I'm kind of surprised because the price points on those are pretty similar to this. Where like even the like whatever that jet was that they put out was pretty similar in price, but it's for those little like the 3 3/4 figures. So I mean, I guess people just love G.I. Joes, and that was just an easier sell to people. But like, let me see. So they got 16,000 backers for that, and that one cost $300 for smaller figures. And yeah, I just am surprised that G.I. Joe's is doing so well because you get a little figure as your tier 1, another little figure, another little figure.
It's the power of nostalgia, Dakota.
Yeah, I guess. I guess I never played with G.I. Joes when I was younger, so
I didn't either, but
we just lost all our G.I. Joe fans.
And subscribers down to 3.
These guys don't know nothing. I'm out of here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm probably not gonna back. I am teetering on the fence. If I have some crazy sales in the next like 45 days, I'll consider it. Maybe I'll throw in 5 pre-orders right now just to bump it up to get all the backers their regular Robbie Reyes, and then I'll back out at the last minute. But then also, I was thinking about that too, is like, you can do that. Like, everybody listening could go in, back it 5 times. You could do it multiple times. You could get it there all by yourself. But then I was wondering, like, as you unlock those tiers, last day comes around, everybody drops out. Do those people remaining get the tiers that were unlocked because they purchased it at the thought of like, I want to get all these tiers, but then at the last minute
would be like taken away,
right?
Or
like if you need 20, that's what I'm wondering. Like if you need 20,000 backers to get everything, and then 10,000 backers drop off, and it drops you all the way back down to base. What happens? I mean, I would think that you would probably lose all those tiers.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be like, "Oh, you guys were there. Here you go."
I mean, that would be so nice.
Here's some exclusive figures that no one else will own.
Honestly, that like everybody's trying to teach Hasbro a lesson. That'd be an awesome way for Hasbro to be like, "Hey, guess what? Everyone that actually backs us is getting all the figures." I don't know. That would be an interesting dilemma for them, which I'm sure it would just be like, "Oh no, you like we were at this many backers at midnight, so you don't get those tiers.
Yeah.
And then if you just didn't cancel in time, you're out of luck. So, be interesting.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, 6 days now to find out until if we've unlocked Robbie Reyes, the regular Robbie Reyes, and then, I mean, we'll have another episode updating you when we figure out what the unlockable tiers are, and then in 45 days we'll see if these are going to ship out. But that's another thing, is this ends on October 31st. We're not getting Galactus until November. We've said this several times, but that just kind of feels shady that you're not giving the first product before you get the second. They're like, oh, you got Galactus, you enjoyed backing that, didn't you? Back another one before you get Galactus, and then hopefully Galactus comes out with no issues, and then, which it's not like you're going to be like, oh, this Hell Charger's got weak knees. It feels very
completely he just pulls a stealth Iron Man and just blows up.
Oh man,
could you imagine?
You just jinxed everybody, Jordan.
They're all just gonna explode.
But I don't know. That is a shady thing that I think we've discussed now after talking to Todd McFarlane, that just it doesn't seem right to do, but they're gonna keep doing it. So
because
I mean I guess we could throw them off their game by not backing this Haslab, and then we're gonna get Galactus before the next one comes around. And that's I do wonder too, like, it's like once a year that they do a Haslab, so would they wait a full another year if this one doesn't get backed, or would they get on it and start working on another one in like 6 months? That would be interesting. I don't know. Maybe we have to speculate that after the 45 days if this fails.
That'll be another episode.
Yeah. So, all right. Any other final thoughts you've got on this Haslab, Jordan?
I advocate for not supporting it.
All right. I advocate for supporting it and then possibly backing out. Figure out what the tiers are first, because like I said, like, that's the only way this is worth $350. But also, I do support Jordan's idea of you got to vote with your dollar, and that's why I plan on really only purchasing Marvel Legends when they're on sale or from the groups, because I think their price points are getting a little bit ridiculous. And the Haslab isn't much different. So if you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see some of these pictures as we've been talking about it. If you're listening on the audio platforms, you can go on Hasbro Pulse's website or the app and check out all the pictures that they have. The pictures look great. Make your own decisions. You got to vote with, if you've got the money, cool. If you don't, then you don't have to worry about it. Yeah. Follow us on Instagram at The Strong Collectors, and make sure that you're subscribed. We've got over 100 now, so once we get to 200, we're going to do a giveaway. Still working on what the giveaway is, but feeling confident on that. I mean, honestly, whether the person wants to partner with us or not, I'll just buy the stuff and give it to the winner, and that'll be fine. But yeah, I would also like to make the giveaways every 100 for the first 1,000. So once we hit 200, 300, there's a giveaway. I think that'd be cool. And maybe depending on who we partner with, maybe they'll want to continue doing that. Just, once we start rolling, baby, watch out.
Don't stop.
Exactly. So follow, subscribe, like, share, rate, post us in the groups. And until next time, stay strong.
Stay strong.
Do you want to do those outros together? Like, do you want me to be like a pause and then we do it together, or do you just want to always?
I don't know. I think
right
it's kind of fun
me?
to keep you on your toes.
Okay.
I think it's kind of fun.
I just kind of cut you out usually on the editing process.
Oh, really?